Razaban for FightHype.com with me. I've got former world champion, Liam Smith. How are we first, sir?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad. Liam, we're here today at the announcement of Frank Warren's card for next quarter, as well as many fights and the alignment of BT Sport. There's a lot of competition at the moment in boxing in the UK, but where do you think this can take Frank Warren and his stable of fighters?
Just say, obviously, there's only one way now and it's up. He's slugged it out with Box Nation for a while. He stuck to his guns at Box Nation, put all his eggs in one basket. That was a success, but he's pulled it out again now with BT, and this is going to take it to the next level with all his stable. BT's a massive platform for fighters in any sport star anyway. Football players now, a lot of the footage on BT Sports, so for us to get on there is going to be massive, and it's going to showcase ourselves to a wider audience than what we have been.
Obviously, I know you were out in America and you had a big fight and a tough fight against Canelo, Alvarez. What did you kind of learn from that fight and stepping up to that kind of elite level?
I learned that everything has to go right. You can't really have any slip-ups in camp. A while back I remember looking at people who pulled out of fights and just touching on Arnold Patterson against Liam Williams the other week. He got hit with a brick while he's running, which is a terrible thing. I don't want to be misquoted on this, but he had swelling and he had a bit of a scratch on it, and I thought that wouldn't put me out of a British title fight. And when you're a challenger, you're a champion maybe, and I think I kind of could stand by that, because I had to cut myself, and I think it's right or wrong, but I went into a massive fight with it, and obviously it did have its downfall for me, because the sparring I missed because of it, my time was off, but I'm a man in 20 years of age, and I live and learn by them things, and you'll see what I've learned by it when I get in the ring on April 8th. I'm going to go back now. I need to take everything the positives from that fight, the whole occasion, the way I was with the fight media, the build up, the ring walk, even everything about it. I'll take all the positives from that fight, and obviously I'll learn from the things I've done wrong, and you'll see April 8th that I'll become a better fighter.
The light middleweight division is stacked with some great fighters, the Charter brothers, Andrade, the Laras. What does Liam Smith want to be in the kind of next 12 months?
Just in with them names you just mentioned, hopefully I beat Liam Williams, I'll go and get my real title back, and then I can look at the unification fight. But first and foremost is April 8th. I want to beat Williams. I want to look good doing so, because it's the first one for BT. So I want to get the people who are going to be watching BT Sport thinking, wow, this is what we've got to come. Then we'll stay tuned.
I just wanted your opinion on, obviously the world's been looking to hopefully have the fight between Canelo and Triple G. That fight hasn't materialised. Canelo initially said he wasn't good at the 160 weight. He fought yourself at 154. He's now jumped to 164 and a half, I think, to fight Chavez Jr. What do you make of both sides?
Yeah, I think he's just using it as a yardstick, to fight a bigger man. He knows Chavez is just a bigger man than me. You know what I mean? So he knows I think he's just testing himself, just dipping his foot in the water to see, how much if he can handle strength. But he's done a little bit of a clever move as well, getting him down to 164. Chavez has failed weight a number of times, failed 168 2 or 3 times, so a lot to see what Chavez will be like at 164. He's a big, strong man, you know what I mean? So if he turns up and he's not dead at the weight, then he's going to be a strong man, and Canelo will test himself, but I do think Canelo wins.
Do you think it's a competitive fight? Is that more of a business type fight?
Both. I just think it's good commercially, in Mexico, but it's also, I'm curious to see what Chavez is like. If Chavez turns up and he's not dead at the weight, then Chavez is a good fighter, he's a solid fighter, and he will be the bigger man, if he's not dead at the weight.
A lot of people say that Triple G hasn't fought an elite middleweight, proper middleweight. Do you think Danny Jacobs is the one that can really test him?
No, I don't. I like Jacobs as a fighter, but I think it's a load of shit when people talk about Triple G hasn't tested himself. He's chased every fight that possibly is, probably. You know what I mean? He's beat every middleweight in and around. Jacobs, I think people are looking a bit too much into Jacobs and Quillen. Remember what P-Dog done to Jacobs. I just think you know, Golovkin does kind of the same thing in around the same mark, around 5 or 6.
I'm going to ask you the fight last week. I was out there in New York to watch Battle Jack and James Miguel, and Callum was there, your brother, younger brother. Yeah. Obviously, was hoping to fight the winner. Feel for Callum?
No, I don't, because he gets a shot regardless who it's against. His next fight.
He just entered Durrell next to
yeah, you know, he's next, whether the WBC or the Durrell, or whether the because Callum's mandatory, let's have it right, not Durrell. So, you know, the WBC, if Callum can strike a deal with the Gale, the WBC will put that on the line probably as well, because Callum's mandatory not Durrell. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, you know, we're yet to see what Callum's next fight. He will become WBC champion.
Yeah, absolutely. Liam, thank you for a little bit of your time, my man. And hopefully we'll catch up with you soon. Liam Smith for FightHype.com. Thank you very much.